Hi guys, Kevin Dunn here with Strength Bias Training. Today we're going to talk about the 5-step setup for deadlifting. So the 5-step setup is the way that I'm going to use just to basically break down the deadlift real quick for people and have them get into a real close to a good position as quickly as possible. Okay, so step number 1 is going to be where our feet are going to be in terms of width. The most powerful thing you can do is a standing vertical jump. I've seen people like Benny Magnusson, the great deadlifter, teaching people to sit up by learning their foot position by just jumping over the bar where you're landing. That's where we want our feet to be. I'm just going to do something similar without being so dynamic. It's just a couple of bounces up and down, figure out where your foot position is. Now that I know my foot width and where I'm most powerful against the earth, we're going to figure out how close we have to be to the bar. Typical mistakes that I would see at this point is people getting up to where their shins are in touch with the bar. This is going to cause a problem when I come to bend down to the bar, is that my shins are going to contact and roll it away. I don't want that. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to respect what I call the master cue. That is going to be that the bar path in all lifts must be vertical and the weight must always be over the middle of your foot. So that tells us where we need to set up. So we're going to have feet in jumping position, step 1, step 2, bar directly over the middle of my foot. For most people, that's going to be about 2 fingers width away from the bar. Okay? From there, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we load the hamstrings first. Typical thing we see as well is people bending and using too much knee. So I'm going to load the hamstrings first by bending at the hip without bending my knees. Put my hands around the bar does not move, okay? If the bar moves at any point here, you have undone step number 2. You're going to have to go back and set up again, okay? So you hinge at the hip without bending your knees. Hands go around the bar does not move. Step number 4, bend your knees until your shins touch the bar. There. Step number 5, chest up towards the front, or squeeze your shoulder blades together. There, okay? So step number 5 is bring me from this position to this position, okay? By doing that, you can see the distance between my hands and the floor increases. Okay, that's going to take slack out the bar. You'll hear it clicking. We don't want to hear it clicking when we lift. We want to make sure it's nice and quiet. So that's the 5 steps, okay? So again, foot width, jumping position. Bar directly over the middle of my foot, hinge at the hip, don't bend the knee, leave the bar where it is. Bend the knees until the shins touch, squeeze the back together, pull up. That's it, the 5-step setup for deadlift. If you like this tip, make sure you check out my Instagram, Strength Bias Training, and like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks.